Hey everyone, so today I wanted to do a video just reviewing a bunch of my drugstore foundations. I have actually been wanting to do this video for a really long time, and since before I even had this channel, and I just never really got around to it, but I'm finally doing it. So I have about 6 drugstore foundations I'm going to be reviewing, and I'm just going to do short reviews on them, but if you have any questions about the foundations, just leave a comment and I will be sure to answer it for you. The first foundation I'm going to be reviewing is the True Blend, CoverGirl's True Blend. This is what it looks like. This is actually my first foundation that I ever had, and which means that it's really, really old. Yeah, I had this since middle school, and I am so ready to throw this foundation out. And I actually never threw it out because I wanted to be doing a review on it on YouTube. So yeah, this is the CoverGirl True Blend foundation, and it is number one in 410. I don't really know. I guess it's number one first foundation. And then it says 410. And this foundation was a really amazing first foundation. I really liked how it had a pump like that. I don't even know if anything will come out. Yeah, nothing is pretty much going to come out of this. I really liked how this blended into my skin, and it actually looked really natural on me. So it does blend very well, it looks really nice, and what I also like about this foundation is that it was matte, and I really like matte foundations. I said foundation really weird. Foundations? Okay, the next foundation is the L'Oreal Paris True Match Super Blendable Makeup in, it says neutral. This is what it looks like, and it has SPF 17. It's oil-free and all-day wear, and this is in Soft Ivory N1. That's what it says. So this foundation I did not like at all. Like, I used it a few times when I was probably in like 9th grade, and I just never really liked the way it looked on my skin. And then I think for 4th of July I put this on again. My face was orange because of this foundation, which I did not like at all, so I had to completely remove this foundation and put on a new foundation, which, as you probably know, if you use the wipes, you have to wait for the wipes to dry, so it's just a huge pain. And also, this foundation has tons of just shimmer inside of it, and I do not like shimmer in my foundation at all because I do have oily skin, and I also have acne-prone skin, so it just clings to my acne like no other, and it just looks awful on my face. So I did not like this foundation at all. It was not a true match for me. I don't know if it's because it's in I don't know if it's because it's in N1, which is neutral. I mean, I thought this was the lightest shade they had, so I don't know why it made me look orange, but yeah. The next foundation is the Maybelline Dream Smooth Mousse foundation, and this is what it looks like. I loved this foundation so much. This was probably my favorite foundation in middle school and 9th and 10th grade, and I loved it so much that I actually saved a little bit of it so I could use it. See, like, I just have that much left. That little tiny spot right there. And I just really like this foundation, but I'm sad because I can't really use it now, just because this is a foundation for dry skin, I would say. And I have oily skin now. Back then I had dry skin, and now I have oily skin. So this just looks really oily on me, and it doesn't stay on my face. I would not say that this is lawn wearing. And I also forgot to say what color it is. Okay, this is in 110 Porcelain Ivory. And it says right at the bottom right here. And it also says Ultra Hydrating Cream Whipped Foundation. Then it says it in a different language. But yeah, I really did like this foundation, and I also believe it comes with a sponge. Yeah, so if you open up the lid, it comes with a sponge like this, which I've never used. I'm not really a fan of these sponges. I actually applied this with the, Sonia Kashuk Blendable Sponge. So that's not how I applied it. Oh my gosh. I applied this with the Eco Tools foundation brush. And yeah, I just really like this foundation, but sadly I cannot wear it now. But maybe someday I'll have dry skin again. I don't know. The next foundation is a favorite for most young YouTubers, and it is the CoverGirl Natureluxe Luxurious, Touched by Nature, SPF 10 with SPF 10 and sunscreen, and it is in number 305. So I believe this is the lightest shade they had because I have really light skin, and I have to say that this is a great foundation. This is a great my phone is ringing now. Why isn't it ever quiet in my house? This is a great foundation if you're young. I feel like this would be a great first foundation. It's super easy to work with. It's really easy to blend with your fingers, with a foundation brush, with a sponge. I'm actually wearing it right now, and I would say it's not full coverage at all. It's really light coverage, and most people compare this to a BB cream just because it's really smooth and creamy when you apply it. I would actually recommend this for people with dry skin because it's really moisturizing. I have oily skin, and this just slides off my face so easily. I mean, I just touch my nose and it's on my fingers. Like, even with powder, it still comes off. So that's the only thing I don't really like about it. And I noticed that if you after you let it set for a while, it kind of has like a weird tint. Like, it gives your face a weird tint in person, but it's not really that big of a deal. It just makes your skin look really like one-toned, which foundation is probably supposed to, but it just looks really nice and blendable, and yeah, I like this foundation. Oh, and I also apply this with a foundation brush, if I didn't say that. The next foundation is the Revlon PhotoReady Makeup Fondant. Oh, that's Spanish. Okay. So the next foundation is a Revlon PhotoReady foundation, and this is in 001 Ivory. And this also has SPF 20. Which I really like. I like foundations with SPF because I never put on sunscreen, which is really bad. This foundation, this is probably my newest foundation. I really like it. For some reason I thought this was HD. I guess it isn't. But yeah, it's a PhotoReady, and I really like it. The only thing I don't like is that it has so much shimmer, and I bet you can even like see this shimmer in there. I don't know if you could see it right now. But it is just full of shimmer, and I do not like that because if you get close up to my face, you will see I have shimmer all over my face, and it just kind of looks like my eyeshadow exploded on my face, which I don't like at all. I feel like I said don't like at all a lot during this video, but you know, there's some things about foundations I really just don't like. This foundation is also hard to blend sometimes. Like, once you put it on your face, you have to work with it really fast because it does dry really fast. So that's another thing. I usually use a foundation brush with this or my fingertips, and I noticed that this actually looks really good with the Garnier Fructis BB cream. I actually mixed them together the other day, and I actually thought it looked really good. I would probably recommend this foundation for people with oily skin. I would not recommend it for people with dry skin because if you have dry skin, it will probably just attract your flakes and like your dry skin and flakes around your face, and it would just make it more noticeable. But something I really like about this foundation is that this also has the pump, and as I said before, I really like foundations with a pump just because it's cleaner and you can just apply it to the back of your hand and then, you know, dip it in your brush or sponge. My next foundation is the Neutrogena SkinClearing Oil-Free Foundation, and this is what it looks like. It says Micro Clear Technology Blemish Treatment with Salicylic Acid, and I didn't really notice a difference in my skin from this foundation. I was also using this foundation at the same time when I was using Proactive, which I'm thinking about doing a review on too. So my skin actually was getting better when I was using this foundation, but that could be because of the Proactive. I actually really like this foundation. I thought the color looked great on me. This is also matte, and it says that it won't clog pores, and it controls shine with natural looking coverage, and it rapidly cuts through oil for fast acne relief. So I still had oily skin with this, but it wasn't as bad as it was with some of my other foundations, like the CoverGirl Natureluxe, really oily skin, and the Dream Smooth Mousse gave me really oily skin. The way I usually applied this was with the Sonia Kashuk Blending Beauty Blender sponge. If you have oily skin, I really would recommend this foundation for you. I think this is probably my favorite foundation for oily skin out of all my foundations. But something that I have noticed about this foundation is that this is not good for people with dry skin, just because I noticed that it does attract to the flakes just like the Revlon PhotoReady foundation. So I know if you have dry skin you probably won't like that because I don't like it when it attracts to my flakes. So yeah, if you have dry skin I wouldn't recommend this. If you have oily skin I would. And also acne prone, it might help you. I don't think it made a dramatic difference for my acne at all, but it still is nice to know that it has an acne treatment inside of it, just in case you do get really bad breakouts. Then you feel like you're almost like always treating your face from acne. This has been a review of all my foundations. I think I actually talked about all 6 of them. So I'm actually also thinking about doing a review on Drugstore BB creams. So I only tried out one so far, but I'm thinking about trying the Maybelline and the Olay BB cream, or L'Oreal Paris. If you guys want to see a video on that, then I will probably do it. And yeah, I really hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!